Everyone knew that before the night was over, one of the greatest rappers in history would be fighting for his life. Within minutes, gunshots would shatter the silence. A black BMW would race into the darkness, and the world would lose a legend. This is the true story of Tupac Shakur. Born in New York City in 1971, Tupac Amaru Shakur grew up surrounded by discussions about politics, justice, and civil rights. His mother was a member of the Black Panther Party, and those early influences helped shape both his personality and his music. Tupac was far more than a rapper. He was an actor, a poet, a storyteller, and a voice for millions of people. By the mid-1990s, he had become one of the biggest artists in the world, selling millions of records and earning worldwide recognition. But with fame came controversy, rivalries, and powerful enemies. During this time, hip-hop was experiencing explosive growth across the United States. At the same time, tensions between artists from the East Coast and the West Coast were reaching dangerous levels. The media intensified the rivalry. Fans chose sides. Artists exchanged insults through interviews and songs. Although many viewed it as musical competition, others feared it was becoming something much more serious. After signing with Death Row Records, Tupac became the face of West Coast hip-hop. His biggest rival was widely believed to be Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G. Whether this rivalry directly led to later violence remains a subject of debate. On September 7, 1996, Tupac attended the Mike Tyson vs. Bruce Seldon boxing match at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. After the fight, surveillance cameras recorded Tupac and several members of Death Row Records involved in a brief physical altercation with another man inside the hotel. At the time, no one imagined that this incident would later become an important part of the investigation. Later that evening, Tupac left the hotel with Death Row Records executive Suge Knight in a black BMW. As they drove through Las Vegas, they stopped at a red traffic light. Then, everything changed. A white Cadillac pulled up beside them. Seconds later, multiple gunshots were fired into the BMW. Tupac was struck several times. Suge Knight suffered only minor injuries from shattered glass. The attackers fled the scene before police arrived. Paramedics rushed Tupac to the hospital, where doctors performed emergency surgery. For nearly a week, millions of fans around the world hoped he would survive. Despite every effort, his condition continued to deteriorate. On September 13, 1996, Tupac Shakur died from his injuries. He was only 25 years old. His death shocked the music industry and devastated fans around the world. Police immediately launched a homicide investigation. Witnesses were interviewed. Evidence was collected. Ballistics experts examined the crime scene. However, investigators faced major challenges. Some witnesses refused to cooperate. Rumors spread rapidly. Conflicting stories made it difficult to establish exactly what had happened. Years passed without an arrest, and the murder became one of America's most famous unsolved cases. As time went on, countless theories emerged. Some believed the killing was gang-related. Others connected it to the earlier fight inside the MGM Grand. Some accused figures within the music industry. Others suggested organized crime was involved. Yet none of these theories were supported by enough evidence to prove responsibility in court. The mystery continued for decades. Then, in 2023, the case took a dramatic turn. Authorities arrested Keffe D. Davis and charged him in connection with Tupac's murder. Prosecutors alleged that he played a role in organizing the drive-by shooting. Davis has pled not guilty, and the criminal case remains ongoing. No final verdict has been reached. Even after his death, Tupac's influence never faded. His albums continue to sell millions of records. His lyrics inspire new generations of artists. His poetry is studied in universities. His life has been explored in books, documentaries, and films. Nearly 30 years after the shooting, Tupac Shakur remains one of the most influential figures in hip-hop history. Some questions have finally begun to receive answers. Many others remain unanswered. Whether the courts ultimately solve every remaining mystery or not, one fact is undeniable. Tupac Shakur became far more than a rapper. He became a cultural icon. And the night he was shot changed the history of hip-hop forever. What do you think really happened that night? Share your thoughts in the comments below.